Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. This time I am gonna do a bit of an introduction to the channel. I haven't really done that yet, so this is the official video for that. Just talking a little bit about myself and my journey along the way, my 6 years that I've been on my restricted license, believe it or not. 6 years, yeah, I know, crazy. But yeah, unfortunately I just let it keep sliding and I didn't go for my P's, but I have finally done that. So as of next year in I think February, I will have my full license, thank God. So yeah guys, so I'm gonna start with just my first bike. My first bike was a Suzuki SV650, which I absolutely loved. It was kind of had the clip-ons, it was black, had a Yoshimura exhaust, it had like braided brake lines in red. It looked awesome, absolutely awesome. I loved that bike. And yeah, so I learnt on that bike, which was a challenge in itself because it was quite difficult. Obviously, it was a 650, and believe it or not, I don't think it was restricted. But yeah, because those bikes had just an ECU restriction, and literally if you cut one wire it was full powered. But yeah, it was manageable, it wasn't crazy. But yeah, so I loved that bike, and I had that bike for only about 6 months I think, before I sold it. And then I didn't really get on a bike for a while after that. I don't really know why I sold it, to be honest. I think I sold it to get a car or something like that. I'm into my cars as well. I've had a number of performance cars over the years. But yeah, so then I went from that. And then my next bike that I got was my VTR 250. Which was an awesome bike. I was actually commuting on that bike quite a lot, from the west of Sydney all the way into the north of Sydney, pretty much every day, rain, hail or shine, which was quite difficult. And on the freeways that thing didn't quite yeah, it wasn't the best bike for freeways, put it that way, being a 250. But yeah, it was an awesome bike. I loved it. It was kind of like a little baby version of this, like I said in my last video. It feels very similar. This just feels like a big version. It was a V-twin, so obviously very similar. Now I'm about to get on the freeway, guys, so there will be quite a lot of noise. So what I might do, guys, is I might continue the video when I get off this freeway. Alright guys. Actually, you know what? We'll see how we go. We'll see how the microphone holds up here. So yeah, that bike was amazing. You know, it was a big learning curve for me, actually, commuting on a bike for the first time, especially riding in all sorts of conditions, you know, being pouring rain, which was horrible on a bike. If you're new to riding and you haven't ridden in the rain yet, I recommend not trying it. But yeah, it wasn't very fast, but it was just a great little bike. It did everything really well. But yeah, and then after that I sold that, and I actually got what did I get after that? I got my Street Triple, my Triumph. So that was my first sort of, you know, sort of, as I would say, luxury sort of bike, an expensive big bike. And yeah, that was awesome. I loved my Triumph. Go and watch my video, my review on that if you haven't yet, guys. But yeah, I loved pretty much everything about that bike. I wish I kept it longer, but stupidly I sold it and decided to be sensible and get a car. And then I missed being on a bike. I really did. So I said, you know what, I needed to get another one. So that's when I bought this. But yeah, the Triumph was such a great bike. I mean, I still can't believe that it was, you know, learner approved. It was so quick for a learner bike. Definitely quicker than this. Well, it revved, you know, similar torque, but it revved just high, like a lot more. This one you got to change through the gears quite quick. But yeah. So guys, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about, obviously before bikes I was a big car person, like most of you guys probably are too. I had about 9 or 10 cars before I got into bikes. I had a Lotus, I've had a Audi RS3, I've had an S3, I've had an Evo 8, I've had, what else have I had? I had a Nissan GTR, I had, yeah, a bunch of cars. I can't even remember them all. But now we've just got a Golf, and I've got the bike, and I actually share the car with my partner. But yeah, it's you know, working out really well now. I think this is a perfect mix that I can get in the car if I need to, and then when it's a day like this and I can get out on the bike, you know, in Sydney and ride to work in this beautiful weather, then yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, guys, that was basically all I wanted to talk about. Just giving you a heads up about, you know, my life and my experience with bikes and cars and stuff like that, and a little bit about the channel. So guys, the channel is going to be just basically, I'm going to try and do as many reviews as I can, a lot of rides on the bike. I'm going to try and do a new video every week, at least one a week minimum. So yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. You know, anything, any comments, any stuff that you wanna hear or want me to review, just send me a comment, and I'll do my best to get it out there. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.